Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy JHAWK here and welcome. Finally, I've done it. I finally have made a custom league for MLB The Show. Let's go, man. I have finally done it after saying that I wanted to do it last year. I finally did it this year. I have all the teams made, so it's time to meet the teams. Who's ready for this, man? It's definitely an exciting time for me. You guys get to meet all the teams, get to see their jerseys, logos, all that. And we have the fantasy draft today, a part of this video. And basically at the end of this, when we get through the fantasy draft, we will go ahead and go through the rosters, just the MLB part, and then look at where all our custom prospects are. If you guys didn't get a custom prospect made for the series, of course, just check the link below to fill out one. You guys will be prospects in the draft this year. So after the draft and after the season ends, I will recreate you guys as first round draft picks. But that's enough talking from me right now with the Baltimore Oriole logo just smiling and staring at you. Let's show off the new look league with all 30 teams. Alright guys, here they are. All the teams. We'll start out the American League. I'll just run through the teams real quick, the names. So in the AL East, we have the Atlanta Peaches. We have the Boston Irish, Charlotte Kings, Cuba Smokies, and New York Galaxy. In the AL Central, we have the Chicago Sky Sox, the Kansas City Lions, the Memphis Phantoms make their return. Remember them from the previous series I was trying to do. We have the New Orleans Blues, and we have the Philadelphia Flight. And in the AL West, we have the Honolulu Islanders, we have the Las Vegas Lightning, the Los Angeles Lobos, the OKC Thunderbirds, and the Seattle Seawolves. Moving on to the NL. In the East, we have the Washington Defenders, the Dominican Republic Bandits, the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. Yes, I know this is an actual team, but we're using them for this series. Also, just a side note, none of these logos and designs, like, I created the jerseys myself, but all the logos and stuff came from the community tab, so shout out everyone that made logos that I'm using. I wish I could shout out everyone. I should have saved everybody's name. My bad. But if you do see your logo, shout out to you for letting me borrow your logo for this series. Shout out to you. Finish out the East, we have the New York Knights, and we have the Miami Flamingos. In the NL Central, we have the Toronto North Stars, the St. Louis Battlehawks. I know they were a XFL team, but we're using them from MLB. We have the Pittsburgh Bees, the Nashville Stars. Shout out to one of the YouTubers I watch, TNJ. He had the Nashville Stars and the team in the NL West that you're seeing on the screen right now, the Denver Bears. He has a YouTube series. Yeah, the YouTube series for both of them. He has the Nashville Stars one right now. So, yeah. Went with Nashville Stars for that reason. So, shout out TNJ. To finish out the Central, we have the Milwaukee Honey Badgers. And the NL West has the Vancouver Beavers, the Phoenix Firebirds. Like I said, TNJ used the Denver Bears in one of his franchise, actually last year's franchise, the San Antonio Scorpions, and the Los Angeles Spartans. So those are all the teams. I wish I could. I want to show you guys the jerseys real quick, but I might wait till spring training for that. Just to give you a look, or I'll just show you guys like the home jerseys, since everybody's gonna show off their home jerseys in the roster screen. But we shall now advance to this. Of course, we're gonna just keep designated hitter on, and extra inning runner will be on for this series. Ignoring budgets will also be on for when we do the trade deadline. And let's get it. Only thing I will be in control of is trades, so I'll go ahead and put that on. But this brings us, I didn't turn on fantasy draft. Nice. Gotta go all the way back and do it again. Cut. Alright guys, we're here in the fantasy draft now. I finally fixed it. Here's the selections. Toronto 1, St. Louis 2, Charlotte 3, Milwaukee 4, New Orleans 5, Denver 6, Miami 7, Pittsburgh 8, Nashville 9, Vancouver is 10, Seattle 11, LA Lobos are 12, Chicago 13, Philadelphia 14, Kansas City 15, Phoenix 16, Myrtle Beach 17, Washington 18, Atlanta 19, LA Spartans 20, got OKC 21, New York Knights 22, you got Dominican Republic 23, Cuba 24, New York Galaxy is 25, got Boston 26, Memphis 27, San Antonio 28, the Honolulu Islanders 29, and the Las Vegas Lightning are 30. 90 rounds. Of course, we're not going to watch any of this. We're going to just simulate real quick. The first overall pick from Toronto was Ronald Acuna. Saw that real quick. And scouting for every team, literally every team is going to be auto, lineup injury management, all that is also going to be on auto manage. The only manual thing that I will be doing is trades and free agency. So that's what we got going for this. Let's go ahead and advance. We will start in spring training just so we can take a look at the rosters for each team, and we will start out with Atlanta. Atlanta's top overall player is going to be Julio Urias, and their top position player is Tim Anderson. We will also be looking for custom prospects. Every custom prospect is going to be a 77 overall. As you see, our first one is David Trexler. So my homie David will be in Atlanta playing for the Peaches. Every custom prospect, there's 18 of them for this year. If you want to become a custom prospect, you will be one of the draft prospects for this year. So make sure you guys fill that out in the description below. I got the Angels game in my ear, so I'm like trying to like do both right now. But yeah, Atlanta gets one custom prospect. Their ace is gonna be Julio Urias, and then Tim Anderson's their best fielder. Moving on, Boston, their top player is Chris Sale at 93 overall. They also have two other 90s in Gene Secura and Shane McLanahan. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I'll figure it out as we go through the series. But he pitches for Tampa Bay RL. They got 390s. Let's check and see if they have a custom prospect, which they do not. Nestor Cortez Jr. pitching for the Yankees. Wow, I'm listening to the Angels-Yankees game right now. Okay, Aaron Judge is the best overall player for the Charlotte Kings. Their top overall starting pitcher is Jordan Montgomery. And their only custom prospect is Hermville. So shout out Herm. Custom prospect for the Charlotte Kings. Next up is Cuba. Their best overall player is going to be Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's from Canada. Their best starting pitcher is going to be Christian Javier. Got a lot of 80s on this team right now. And they do not have a custom prospect either. Good play by Rizzo. Damn you, Rizzo. For the New York Galaxy, CJ Cron is their best overall player. Their best overall starting pitcher is Miles Mikolas. My bad. I'm not good with names if you guys haven't got told already. But they don't have any custom prospects in New York for the Galaxy. Next up is Chicago. And the Sky Sox top player is going to be Alex Manoah. He's going to be their ace at 90 overall. They also have Trevor Story. It's their best fielder at 90 overall. And custom prospects, they do not have one. So we move on now to Kansas City. Their best player being Tommy Edman. And their top pitcher is going to be Chris Bassett. Yeah, Salvador Perez in Kansas City still. That's cool to see. Bill Nye is going to be on this team. Shout out Bill Nye. Next up is Memphis. Their best overall player is Paul Goldschmidt. They also have Bryce Harper as a 90 overall, 290 overalls. That's pretty good. Shane Bieber, their best starting pitcher, at 88 overall. And they have Ben Dover, a custom prospect. Congrats, Ben, being a prospect. Next up is New Orleans, and their top player is going to be Fernando Tatis. And their best starting pitcher is Logan Webb. And they do have a custom prospect. My boy Sosa, shout out Sosa, being a custom prospect and being drafted by New Orleans. Next up is Philadelphia. Their best overall player is going to be their ace Corbin Burns at 97 overall. Their best fielder is Brandon Lowe at 85 overall. Custom prospect. God, look at all these 78s. A lot of 78s on that team. But no custom prospect for Philadelphia. Move on to Honolulu. Their best overall player is their ace, Max Fried. And then they got Luis Roberts, their best overall fielder. And custom prospect Brian Hips. So shout out my boy Brian. Next up is Las Vegas. They get Altuve and then Garrett Cole. So 290s, and they're their best fielder and starting pitcher. Custom prospect John Max is also on this team, so congrats to John. Next up is the LA Lobos, with Josh Hader being their best overall player, with also Juan Soto, both their 86 overall. His best starting pitcher is Brad Keller. And then Jaden Barr, shout out to the little bro for being a custom prospect that's got drafted by the Lobos. OKC up next. Aaron Nola is their best overall player at 91. Their top 3 players are all pitchers, all 87 and above. Their best fielder is Andrew Benintendi, 83 overall. And they do not have a custom prospect on this team. For Seattle, they wrap up the American League. Byron Buxton, their best overall player at 96 overall. Their best starting pitcher, Tariq Skubal, is at 86 overall. And custom prospect, they have Lars Nootbaar Jr. Shout out Lars, being a custom prospect drafted by Seattle. Now to the NL we go, and Joe Musgrove is the best overall player along with Will Smith for the Washington Defenders. And any custom prospects on the team, we do not. So that's what we got for Washington. Next up is the Dominican Republic. Their best overall player is Trey Turner. Best starting pitcher is Freddie Peralta, who's going to be pitching for his hometown team. That's awesome to see. Any custom prospects here? We do not have any custom prospects here. So next up is going to be Myrtle Beach. Kershaw being the best overall player on the team as the ace. And then Ketel Marte, also at 87 with Strasburg there too. Anybody custom prospect wise? Nope, not for Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach I know is an actual team. Like I said earlier, I know they're an actual minor league team, but this is honestly the only design I could find for them. So we're going to get the Pelicans in here. New York Knights, their best player is going to be Kevin Gausman at 93 overall. Their top 3 players are also pitchers, with Walker Buehler and Lance Lynn also, so that's going to be pretty good. Andres Jimenez, their best fielder. Any custom prospects? Another team without a custom prospect. Next up is the Miami Flamingos, and their first top player is going to be Shohei at 97 overall. And they get Brendan Woodruff also. I said awesome. Wow. Harrison Bader's the best overall fielder. Any custom prospects? Got Tyler McCallum, my homie. So congrats, Tyler. You get to be on the same team as Shohei. Up next is Toronto. With the first overall pick, they took Ronald Acuna Jr. Frankie Montas is their best pitcher, their ace. And then they get Skeeter Peanuts as their custom prospects. Shout out Skeeter, going to Toronto to play for the North Stars. Next up is St. Louis. They get Jose Ramirez as their best overall player. Pablo Lopez will be their ace. Any custom prospects here? Got my boy Joseph, Curious Loon. Shout out Joseph for getting drafted by St. Louis. Next up is Pittsburgh, and they get Nolan Arenado. And their best starting pitcher is Luis Severino at 81. So their starting pitching looks like it might not be the strong point of the team. My boy Ajax also gets drafted by this team, so shout out Ajax. Next up we go to Nashville, and they get Mike Trout as their best overall player. Mike Trout and Freddie Freeman on the same team? Sheesh. Got Sandy Alcantara as their ace of the team. And custom prospects, we do not have any. Got a lot of 80s on this team, so Nashville looks pretty good. Next up is Milwaukee. Jazz Chisholm is their best player at 95 overall. Starting pitcher is Mike Kopechek. And then they got Syndergaard. They're both 84 overalls. Any custom prospects here? Got my boy Sandbox J. Shout out to my boy Sandbox for getting drafted. 5 teams to go. So Vancouver, they get Manny Machado as their best overall player, and their best pitcher is going to be Dylan Cease. Ooh, Machado and Lindor on the same side of the infield. That's going to be nice to see. No custom prospects For Vancouver, next up is the Phoenix Firebirds. They get Carlos Rodon. That's their best overall starting pitcher. With Roberto Perez, their best overall fielder. And custom prospects here. They get my boy J.D. Hager. Shout out J.D. You'll be heading to Phoenix. I hope we didn't just give up a home run. No Tony. Nope. Okay. Denver gets Jacob deGrom. They're going to have deGrom and Verlander? Jeez! God, that's hot. The best overall player is Taylor Ward in the field. Any custom prospects got my boy Philip McDaniel. Yes, sir. Philip. Going to be the closer for Denver. I feel the sneeze coming, guys. Bless you. Thank you. Did Lagares not throw him out? Nope. Darn. San Antonio, they get Max Scherzer with their first pick, and then Mookie Betts is their best outfielder. Woo, my God, that's dirty. And then here comes, oh, look, it's me. I'm going to San Antonio. Nice. That brings, I got another sneeze coming, guys. Bless you, thank you. LA's the last team. And their best overall player is going to be Zach Gallen. Their ace, 90 overall. And then center fielder, Brandon Nemo. Is just 82 overall. It's their best overall player. And Quentin Smith is our last custom prospect we get to see. So shout out to the homie. I think what I'm going to do is like hop into some spring training games with each team just to see their uniforms, show off each team's uniforms. Not gonna actually play the game, of course. I'm just wanting to show off like what their jerseys look like, because they don't get special spring training jerseys. Actually, yeah, never mind. We'll hop in and see like a couple of these jerseys. Like here's the we'll look at the matchups like this. You'll see like Charlotte's away jerseys you see right here, and then Atlanta's home jerseys. For Boston, they're playing Washington. There's Boston's home and or Boston's away, and Washington's home. Pretty good right there. You already know these two teams. Cuba and Nashville, there's their jerseys. Not bad looking. Galaxy and Philadelphia. That's what their jerseys look like for home and away. You got the Lobos and the Sky Sox right there. You got St. Louis and Kansas City. Little crosstown rivalry. That's what their jerseys look like. Miami, Memphis. Not bad looking jerseys right there. New Orleans and Seattle, you see them right there. I already saw Philadelphia. You got Milwaukee and Honolulu. I definitely like the Honey Badgers jerseys. Honey Badgers logo is one of my favorite ones. Here's Las Vegas and Pittsburgh right there. We already saw these two jerseys. We got OKC and San Antonio right there. Already saw them. You got Myrtle Beach and the Dominican Republic. Not bad looking group right there. There's New York Knights. And then there's Charlotte's home jerseys right there, guys. Already saw these two. Denver and Toronto. Not bad. You already saw these two. Saw these. Yeah, I think you saw everybody else. Here's Phoenix and Vancouver. That's pretty good looking. And then yeah, here's the LA Spartans and St. Louis's road jersey. So yeah, that's basically a little preview. Let's go ahead and sim to the regular season now, and then we'll preview opening day matchups. Alright guys, we have made it here to opening day. We'll go ahead and take a look at everybody's starting lineups, projected starting lineups. We'll just go through the lineups and the pitching rotations real quick. Starting out with Atlanta, Trexler will lead it off. You got Owen Miller 2, Tim Anderson 3, Jose Abreu 4, Lamont Wade Jr. is 5, Brandon Drury is going to be hitting 6. Steven Sosa is going to bat 7th. Lorenzo Cain 8, and Sean Murphy will bat 9th. I still got the Angels game in my ear, guys. So that's why I like pause. Duffy just got a base hit. Boston. The Irish will go O'Neal Cruz leading off, Nick Senzel 2, Segura 3, Hunter Renfroe 4, Josh Donaldson 5, Luis Urias is going to hit 6, Mancini 7, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is going to hit 8th, and Yachty 9th. For Charlotte, Alec Thomas 1, Edmundo Sosa 2, got Judge 3, Aguilar 4, Charlie Blackmon 5, Ian Happ 6, Wilson Contreras 7, Anthony Rendon 8, and Tetsuto Yamada is going to bat 9th. Hermville coming off the bench. Of course, this is just against righties. This is against righties. I'm not going over righties and lefties. For Cuba, Nico Horner is going to lead it off. Manuel Margot, Jeff McNeil, Vlad Jr., Wilmer Flores, J.D. Davis, got Jesus Sanchez, Corey Dickerson, and J.T. Real Muto. For the Galaxy, Devers leading off. That's interesting. Carlson, J.D. Martinez, C.J. Crone, Brandon Crawford, Chad Pender, Tyler Naquin, Ozzie Albies, and Mabrias Villoria. I'm not sure if I even say his name right or not. For Chicago, Mike Freeman, Colton Wong, Mitch Haniger, Trevor Story, Bake Ho Kong, probably mispronounced his name too. Verdugo, Brian Reynolds, Manny Pena, and Yadiel Rivera. This team probably is pitching heavy, I would assume, with the lineup's best overall player being Trevor Story at 90 overall, and then after that, an 83 and an 81, and then the rest are just 70s and then 68. Yeah, we'll see about Chicago. Kansas City, Edmond, Marsh, Brantley, Perez, Tucker, Lowe, Batty, DeJong, and Tavares. For Memphis, it's Bendover leading off. Got Biggio, Goldschmidt, Stanton, Harper, Springer. Damn, the middle lineup's crazy stacked. Josh Jung, Christian Walker, Garrett Stubbs. For New Orleans is Mark Canha, Seiya Suzuki, Tatis. You got Suarez, Matt Olson, King Sosa, Estrada, Polanco, and Barnhart. Philadelphia, Marte, Wendell, Hosmer, Cruz, Bryant, Votto, Lowe, Bichette, and Jensen. For Honolulu, it's going to be Andrus, Cronenworth, Naylor, Robert, Stevenson, Turner, Hips, Toshida, and Krylov. Not sure if I say his name right. Las Vegas, Franco, Badu, Altuve, John Max, got Peralta, Mejia, Santander, Toro, and Padcool. As you see, everybody's jerseys, home jerseys at least, on the left. For LA Lobo, Jaden Barr lead off. Got Frazier, Soto, Jimenez, Longoria, Nick Ahmed, Spencer Torkelson, John Hicks, and Brendan Davis. Got a bunch of prospects right there. Andrew Benintendi leading off for OKC. De La Cruz, Bogarts, Mountcastle, Myers, Donovan Solino, Phillips, Jake Berger, and Tom Murphy. For Seattle, Lars Nootbaar is going to lead it off. Got Machine, Baum, Buxton, Belt, Travis d'Arnaud. Got Kepler, Beatty, and Torres. There we go. Head over to NL. Got Luis Guillermo. I definitely mispronounced his name. Grossman, Alvarez, Rizzo, Smith, Lux, Escobar, Bellinger, and Fletcher in their lineup. Dominican Republic, Trey Turner, along with Brian Anderson, Pete Alonso, Joey Gallo, Cedric Mullins, Sam Hilliard, Odubel Herrera. Jesus, my pronouncing of names has been tragic today. Eric Sogard and Ford Proctor. Myrtle Beach, Ketel Marte. Got Dalton Varsho, Ty France, Patrick Wisdom, Estrubal Cabrera, Adolis Garcia. You got Kirk, Ramos, and O'Neill in the bottom of that lineup. For the New York Knights, we got VR, Connor Falefa, Arias, Walsh, Castellanos, Jimenez, Laureano, Jung Ho Lee, and Kurt Casale. Miami's going with Jorge Mato. Got Defoe, Tyler McCowan, Talis, Seagar. I said Seagar. Wow. Corey Seager, Bader, Ramos, Blide, and Mercado. For Toronto, it's Meadows, Walls, Acuna, Reyes, Skeeter Peanuts, Bregman, Velasquez, Pilar, and Scope. As Aaron Judge just hit a home run off Ohtani. Damn it. For St. Louis, Chris Taylor, Josh Bell. You got, Jesus, I just brain farted. Jose Ramirez, Teoscar Hernandez, Tony Kemp, Marcus Semien, Ha Sing Kim, Kevin Kiermaier, and Chance Cisco. Pittsburgh, Ajax is going to lead it off. Straw, Arenado, Sano, Hayes, Upton, Vin, Garcia, and McCann. For Nashville, Ke'Bryan Hayes, you got Duffy, Trout, Adames, Freeman, Conforto, Connor Joe, Hernandez, and Grandal. Milwaukee, Sandbox J leading it off. Yes, Rumensky. I just mispronounced his name. Sorry. Jazz, Luke Voigt. We have Yelich, Navarez, Calhoun, Swanson, and Chapman. For Vancouver, we got Harrison, Jonathan India. Yeah, Machado, Peterson, Lindor, Andrew Vaughn, Riley Green, Zach Collins, Adam Engel. Jeez, they low-key got a bunch of White Sox in the bottom of that lineup. For Phoenix, Isbell, Fairchild, J.D. Hager hitting 3. Yeah, Pollock, Moncada, Correa, Orozarena, Nolan Gorman, and Roberto Perez. For the Denver Bears, they got J.P. Crawford, Drew Jackson, Taylor Ward, Kyle Lewis, Ryan McMahon, Mitch Garver, Tyrone Taylor, got Ryan Roy Hoskins, and Yvonne Johnson. I'm just not good with names today, guys. Jeremy Pena leading off for San Antonio. Diaz, Betts, Schwarber, Correa, Contreras. Jeez, see, I'm struggling today. Austin Riley, I'm hitting 7th. Bobby Bradley and Michael Chavez. And for the LA Spartans, it's Madrigal, Rojas, Nimmo, Quentin Smith Jr., Winker, Ruiz, got Prado, got Wilson, and Castellano. Castillo, Jesus. Alright, let's just go over pitching rotation so I can get over this. Urias is going to be the ace for Atlanta, and then behind them, Hyunjin Ryu, Tony Gonsolin, got Trevor Rogers and Kyle Hendricks. For Boston, Chris Sale 1, that Shane's going to be 2, Nestor Cortez 3, Carlos Carrasco, and Kenta Maeda. For Charlotte, Jordan Montgomery, and then you got Tajon Walker, Roki Sasaki. He must be a prospect IRL because I haven't actually heard of him. Who's he pitched for? Chat or anyone in the comments, let me know who he pitches for, unless he was just one of those like custom prospects in the free agency. Adrian Hauser and Chris Archer also finish out the rotation for Cuba. Christian Javier, Mike Soroka, Robbie Ray, Ryan Yarbrough, and Jordan Lyles. For the Galaxy is Nicolas, got Jameson Italian, got Blackburn, Quantrill, and Capriel Leon. I definitely mispronounced his last name. Chicago's got Manoa, Giolito, Garcia, Gray, and Cueto. Kansas City has Evaldi, Bassett, Paxton, Bill Nye, and Wong Hun Kim. Jesus. Memphis, Shane Bieber, Yu Darvish, yeah, Tanner Hook, Zach Thompson and Alex Wood. New Orleans, Logan Webb, Mike Clevenger, Joey, Hunter Green, and Tanner Roark. Philadelphia got Corbin Burns, Jordan Hicks. He's a starter now? That's crazy. Austin Gomber. That one guy that pitches for the Braves, and then Luzardo. Noah? Yeah, I'm just gonna say Noah. Honolulu. Got Freed, Manoa, Snell, Senga. I guess he's one of those MLB show free agent international players things. And Trevor Williams. For Las Vegas, Garrett Cole, Zach Greinke, Marcos Gonzalez, Jack Leiter, and Aaron Ashby. Brad Keller, Mike Minor, Sixto Sanchez, Casey Mize, and Kikuchi. OKC's got Nola, Flaherty, Glasnow, Paddock, and Matthew Boyd. For Seattle, Skubal, Eric Lauer, Dustin May, Dane Dunning, and Steven Matz. For Washington, Joe Musgrove, Zach Wheeler, Drew Rasmussen, Gibson, and Urquidy. Good rotation right there. For the Dominican Republic, we got Peralta, Suarez, Anderson, Pinilla, and Marquez, Herman. Myrtle Beach, Kershaw, Scherzer, holy shit, Strasburg, Aaron Clavel, Seaval, whatever, man, I'm not good, okay, I'm struggling today. Morel Kelly and Dakota Hudson. New York Knights got Gosman, Bueller, Lance Lynn, Michael Lorenzen, and Michael Waka. Got Otani, Woodruff, Tristan McKenzie, Bumgarner, and Chris Flexen. For Toronto, Montes, Wainwright, Valdez, Garcia, and Kalish. For St. Louis, Pablo Lopez, Curious Loon going to be number 2. You got Martin Perez, Mackenzie Gore, and Griffin Canning. Pittsburgh, Luis Severino, Marcus Stroman, Patrick Sandoval, Nick Lodolo, I have no idea, and Bryce Elder. Nashville, Alcantara, Castillo, Turnbull, Peterson, and Wade Miley. For Milwaukee, Kopechek, Syndergaard, Rodriguez, Hill, and Zimmerman. For Vancouver, Cease, Means, Ryan, Wells, and Lindblom. For Phoenix, Rodon, Gilbert, Miguel, Barrios, and Eflin. Denver's going DeGrom, Verlander, McCullers Jr., Morton, and Alzole. San Antonio, Scherzer, Kyle Wright, Tyler Mahle, got Cole Irving, and Louis Gill. And for the LA Spartans, the last team finally, I can quit talking about names. Zach Gallen, Whitlock, Kluber, Anderson, and Chad Kuhl. So that's going to bring an end to this video. Next video will be opening day. We will get to view or watch everybody's games. We'll just go over here and look at all these teams' jerseys real quick. Yeah, New York Galaxy and Atlanta facing off at each other. Cuba and Boston. Motherfucker. Well, guys, that's basically going to wrap it up for this video. Next video, we will be going over opening day highlights from every team, and you get a chance to look at teams' jerseys right here real quick. Just going to show you a quick run through the opening day matchups. We have the New York Galaxy on the road in Atlanta taking on the Peaches. We'll have the Cuba Smokies on the road in Boston taking on the Irish. You got the Charlotte Kings on the road in Seattle taking on the Seawolves. You have the Philadelphia Flight on the road in Chicago taking on the Sky Sox. The New Orleans Blues on the road in Kansas City taking on the Lions. You have Shane Bieber and the Memphis Phantoms taking on Aaron Nola and the OKC Thunderbirds. You have the New York Knights on the road in Hawaii as they take on the Honolulu Islanders. You have the Las Vegas Lightning on the road in LA taking on the Lobos. As we move over to the National League teams, we have the Washington Defenders on the road as they take on the Dominican Republic Bandits. You have Shohei Ohtani and the Miami Flamingos on the road in Myrtle Beach taking on Kershaw and the Pelicans. You have the Toronto North Stars on the road in St. Louis taking on the Battlehawks. You have the Vancouver Beavers on the road in Pittsburgh taking on the Bees. You have the Milwaukee Honey Badgers at the Nashville Stars. You have the Phoenix Firebirds at the Denver Bears. And then to wrap it up will be the LA Spartans on the road in San Antonio taking on the Scorpions. Should be a fun one. The first two videos are basically going to highlight well, the first video you'll see is opening day, and you'll see everybody's first hit on their team, and then any close games we'll hop in the 8th inning. Actually, 7th inning on, we'll hop in and watch the highlights for those games. And then the video after that, the teams that started the season on the road, we will get their home openers. So, you know, Charlotte, Cuba, the New York Galaxy, Memphis, New Orleans, Philadelphia, Las Vegas, Washington, the New York Knights, Miami, Toronto, Milwaukee, Vancouver, Phoenix, and the LA Spartans. We will get all of their home openers after that, and then we'll get going. I got all the videos already planned out. Should be a fun one. Hope you guys are excited about this series. Make sure, if you guys are new, like, comment, share, subscribe for a free cookie. Definitely love the support that you guys showed me on the 2K series. Let's see if we can get the support coming for the MLB series. If you guys are new for the MLB series and you're curious about this 2K series, the playlist is in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. Also, make sure you guys check the description to fill out a custom prospect, since I love getting you guys involved in my series. I know there's probably people watching this video that want to see their player in this. So if you want to create a custom prospect for a series, do that. Fill out the Google form below. You guys will be draft picks for this upcoming draft. So yeah, I appreciate all the love and support, man. Let's keep this thing rolling. Excited about MLB. So yeah, I'm a baseball person, so I planned on doing this for the last year. Didn't get to it last year. I'm getting to it this year, and we're going to keep this consistent. So I appreciate everybody for the love and support, and I will catch you guys on the next one.